What would happen if the Galactic Empire from Star Wars invaded our planet and we had to defend it with modern military equipment? Well, we've got 2 aircraft carriers here. One's carrying planes and the other is actually carrying submarines. Now, first we're gonna have to be able to defend ourselves because look at these Star Destroyers. They've got lots of defensive armament if we were to fire missiles or even fly our planes at them. And then this is the ultimate facility that we're gonna have to destroy. And I've noticed that it might have some weak points underwater. Now, it sounds like the enemy is already getting ready to shoot at us, so let's go ahead and... Uh-oh. That's not good. I don't have any flak guns. Oh, wait. I just put this in front of a plane. All right, are we able to block? Oh, gosh, that is a wild amount of cluster bombs coming our way. Our scattered machine gun fire seems to be maybe just enough. Okay. So what we need to quickly do is get some new weapon systems available. Now, I've got fast build on so that we can get to the good part. Now, in the last video, a lot of you mentioned, you know, hey, the editing, it needs to be better. Because a lot of times when I was flying the planes, like, you missed the action. So we apologize for that. We're gonna get better, so let's start right now. So right now I'm controlling the MiG-15. Huzzah! Ha-ha!
Oh my God. Oh, hell no.
Now, I guess one of the things we could do is we're not going to use the Legendary Titan because, well, it's a rather somber joke. Woo! They're already shooting us with flak guns underwater. We got to dive. Uh-oh. Okay. Something happened. I think we went too deep. We may have passed the thermocline and the submarine just, well, it sank. So what submarines do we have available to us? We have a huge assortment of planes. We could build a nuclear fuel cell. Maybe we try the planes first? What planes do we have available to us? Right now, it's just Spitfires. All right, here's the plane. Now, part of the reason is I'm a pretty bad flyer, and the enemy has really, really good anti-aircraft. But one of the things that I can use with my poor flying skills is, well, to use the aircraft itself as a weapon. Because all of our aircraft, no, don't worry, they're not piloted by real people. They're all drone-based aircraft, okay? This guy, he's a drone. It's totally fine. Trust me. Now we have all the technology available to us. I just worry, like, look at how heavy and bowing in the middle this aircraft carrier is. Now we have 3 nuclear cores, but like, 2 of them are pretty close and right near the airfield. And I'm pretty nervous as to what the enemy's doing right here. They've got... This thing's got to be bristling. What's under there? Okay, that's probably where their super weapon is. So we're going to have to do something about that. We're going to want more submarines at our disposal. Mysterious fuel cell is going to require 80,000 power. So we're going to need to be able to store more power. And, you know, generating more power is also going to be on the menu. Now, by having all of these batteries so close together is like, if we take the wrong hit, it's just going to be a cataclysmically bad chain reaction that will split this ship in half, and it'll probably die. So let's just hope it doesn't, because hope is a strategy. So we've launched a submarine, and it got taken out really quickly. We've launched a plane, and that also got taken out really quickly. Let's use the Orc sub. Now we painted it red so it goes faster, right? Okay, we painted it red, but it's not going fast. And we've got a fart torpedo and a howitzer, and we can Dassen. I'm assuming that's moving fast, right? It's just not fast enough. This thing's pretty decently armored. Oh my gosh. Okay, that's kind of nuts. Fire the howitzer. Oh, we just hit something. Oh my gosh. That was enough to trigger the reaction and destroy the base. But it's not dead yet. They must have another core. Uh-oh, something's on fire. Okay, fortunately, it's just the prow of this ship. Now, the one disadvantage of these Star Destroyers is, for whatever reason, most of their turbo laser batteries are in the top. So, we've strategically positioned ourselves in a relatively safe spot. And we definitely still need more energy if we want to win this fight. I don't know, I can't, in good conscience, put more on that ship. It just looks like it's about to fall apart. But we definitely want to increase the odds that we survive any shots. So we're going to iron plate this up. And then right behind it, we're going to put some sandbags. I feel better about that, right? Don't you? So what is the situation here? Everything needs to be repaired for some reason. Maybe the ship, as it bends, is breaking? I'm going to use the deep sea hunchback. Now, I think they've lost access to their, oh gosh, repair plasma. Oh, I can repair my own ship, and I can drop depth charges, and I can control a mortar. Oh gosh, that's a ballistic missile. Did you see that? Now, what happens if we do drop a depth charge? One of them actually got flak. There's like these little like bombs dropping, so we should see them detonate on the bottom. Boom, boom. Okay, they're small. Like, this is the scale of this thing and the size of this battle. It is an insignificantly large vessel. I'm gonna drop some depth charges though, but they don't have access to this. Okay, I think 2 out of the 3 are gonna hit, maybe all of them. And then I can control a mortar, so I want to surface somewhat close to the base. Oh gosh! Hello? Yeah, get EMP'd. Now, I don't want to repair it, obviously. So, what we're going to do with our drone sub is start a fire down by the water, because that's tactically smart, right? All right, you know what we need, actually? Given the slight inaccuracy. Oh, gosh. Okay, I didn't mean it. I'm sorry. Is we might put some sandbags here to keep these things alive a little bit longer. Now, as far as aircraft are concerned, we need to upgrade this. Oh, a median? What are these? These must be the submersible weapon systems. Now, what do we want to do to attack? I mean, obviously, we're going to have to target it with a biplane first. And if memory... We'll just go through the ages here. The F-117 was my absolute favorite. It's such a powerful weapon system. We've got one of everything. So, you're an Imperial Admiral. You exit hyperspace on a little blue marble. And then you see... Oh, gosh, we can't even... Help! You didn't see anything. Okay, so you're an Imperial officer and nothing bad happened. We're totally fine here. We're iron plating this. Okay, so where were we? You're an Imperial Admiral. Just make it over that. Okay, phew. And you see this thing flying at you. What do you do? I don't even know if we can get that high. I don't know if we're gonna want to get that high. And you shoot it down immediately because it's trash. Okay. The scientific experiment on would a biplane be effective. Now we try the Submarine Spitfire, the pride of the Royal Air Force in World War II. We've got 30 caliber machine guns. Ha ha! You remember that A-wing in the Return of the Jedi? Yeah, that's sort of how I felt, but we didn't get through into the commander's viewport there. If we then go straight to the Hellcat, I really, really like the Hellcat. It's a dang good aircraft, and it's got a lot more engine power, so we should be able to get a little higher. Just a little higher. Just a little higher. Oh my gosh, the flak. Drop the bombs! Okay, we were able to drop some bombs on the superstructure of the Star Destroyer. That's a lot of flak. Boys, shoot down the big missile, please. Woo, boy. Okay, we're totally fine. And just because of that, we're gonna put a lot of machine guns on the nose of this thing. Oh, no! Oh my gosh! Wait, connect it to... I have a nuclear core under my submarine bay. The two cores are right next to each other. Correction, they were right next to each other until one of them blew up right next to the other one. Guys, this is not good. Okay, we lost both nuclear cores on the submarine carrier. That was bad. Is this thing even operational? What's going on? Are we dying? Are we fine? Okay, the super laser from the base. We've got to take that out. We've got to get a submarine. I think we've been having fun, like, let's go through the ages. But you know what we really need is the big boom skis. I'm going to use the nuclear submarine, the killer whale, but we don't have any. The Sting, the Orbit, the Crab, the Shrimp. We really need one of those. I think we need a nuclear cell. I don't think we have any. We've already been experimenting with them. We need to get up 40,000 energy. I guess the one good thing about, you know, it's always the silver lining. Let's find the positivity here. Oh, okay, now they're targeting this core. Okay, you know what we need? Shield. All right, we're able to stop their missiles. It's just, obviously, it's like the Galactic Empire. They have really, really powerful laser systems. All right, and then... Ah! Okay. Now, we didn't lose 2 nuclear cores that time. Only 1. We're getting better, guys. Okay, I need to do something about this. The mysterious fuel cell is up. I need a nuclear cell. I need to put it in a somewhat safe spot. Okay. Help us, killer whale, with your nuclear torpedo. You're our only hope. We have to wait a minute and a half and we're already getting shot. We need to dive. We need to dive. They're still shooting at us. We must go to extreme depths to avoid any enemy anti-submarine based weaponry. We have a nuclear warhead and a nuclear torpedo. Oh gosh. Missiles are getting ready to fire. We should be fine. We're gonna fly under this. And in fact, we can use this as cover from surface ships. So the greater war is happening, but now I'm a submarine captain. She can't take much more of it, Captain. Oh wait, never mind. That's not submarine. Oh man, this thing flies like flies. Swims? This thing swims like a brick, but like a brick that can swim. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. We need to hit this thing with a nuclear torpedo and then fire a nuclear warhead at the superstructure. That is the objective. Wait a minute, I can fire a nuclear warhead from just below the ship. I still think we need to take out the base before we target these Star Destroyers. I'm really not happy about these lasers they got. They're like mini Death Stars over here. That's the one downside is like you can't... Oh gosh. All right. All right, I fired the nuclear torpedo as well. It just hit. Excellent. I've got a fire on my ship. What are you doing? What are you waiting for? Kill me. Oh, that thing just went nuclear. Okay, fantastic. Oh, that was right above our sub bay. Okay, yeah. We can't do much about their lasers, but we can totally negate most of their missiles, if not all of them. And this core needs to survive, so what we need to do is shield up. That's going to use up a lot of our energy, but I think it's going to be fine. Do we have any more nuclear cores? We need to build a few more. I don't like anything about this. What's blowing up? My stuff? Yeah, my stuff is blowing up. Okay, so the nuclear... What are you... They're sniping us now? You cheeky little cheekster. All right. The flak guns are really good at firing early and hitting stuff. You're not used to, like, the Empire using proton torpedoes and... Were they concussion missiles? The hammerhead? Or we've got the mysterious one. We need more we need more minerals. 2 metal per second. Let's get more metal. All right, we've got to try something. I'm going to use a MiG. All right, here we go. Now, this thing, we've got... Oh, gosh. Oh my gosh, it got shot in the face by flak. We hit this with some autocannon on the underside, but it just wasn't enough. All right, we're flying. Oh, the flak. Woo! Not enough to destroy that thing. Wait, wait! It was just enough to destroy it. Okay, an F-16 in atmosphere, I mean, obviously it wouldn't be able to do much out of the atmosphere, did fantastic. So let's try my favorite, the F-117. Whoops, I pressed the wrong button. I keep pressing screenshot. Now we just gotta wait for the Paveway bombs. This thing drops bombs. It's called the F-117 fighter, but this is most definitely a fighter bomber, but if you just get rid of all the fighter part, and it only drops bombs. All right, we're coming in here. Bombs away. Oh, shoot. That's fantastic. We still have a decent amount of health, and the second Paveway is ready to go. There's a reason why this is my favorite. All right, that thing should go down. Yep. Ha ha ha! Okay. Now all we have is the enemy base, and I think it's pretty well defended from submarines. We've got a few more planes to try. We still have to worry about the lasers from the main base. Oh my gosh, can I please stop pressing screenshot? In the last video, I was saying that, like, I wish the controls were a little bit different. But that being said, this is still one of the absolute best mods I've ever played. Jeez, that flak. It's like on a rope. All right, I've got my autocannon And my bombs. And I can drop flares. All right. Now that we have air superiority now. I think we're gonna, I wanna fly low and straight at them and use the Burt, AKA the Big 30. Oh, they got me right before I could press the bombs. So we did some damage to the superstructure for sure. We can do this. I think we can, man. We're gonna upgrade the base so that we can fly some of our more advanced weaponry, like the B-52 Stratofortress and the AC-130 gunship. We're gonna use the AC-130 gunship too, first rather. Now this thing's propeller based, unlike the F-117 and F-16, so we don't have jets. All right, I'm gonna try to turn around. Oh, that was a little bit too close for comfort. Give us a little bit of time to, if you look in the bottom right, to get all of our weapons powered up. We need a little bit on the 25 millimeter. Now everything's gonna be firing where I'm looking. So if I just put the mouse cursor generally on their base. Space, B, and N. I have to press all of those. All right, ready? Oh, we overshot. All right, I fired that. Oh, that was a good hit with the Bofors. Now we're waiting for the howitzer. We need a hit with the howitzer. 105 millimeters. For reference, our other guns are 25 and 40 millimeters. So the howitzer is gonna be the big daddy cannon. There's the howitzer. That was not the howitzer. That was the Bofors. Don't hit the Star Destroyer. We may have rendered most of their defenses unusable. All right. There's the big one. Oh, yes. Okay. Yeah, if I had a third hand, this would be the best thing ever. All right, let's try to get a howitzer hit again. Boom! All right, hit the superstructure. Oh, that thing's not doing good. Main gun ready. I love that. Okay. Yeah, as you can see, I'm not the best pilot. This reminds me of an old Flash game. All right, so with this, we're gonna try out the B-52. Hello! I see no core. I wonder if it's on the back side. Do you see a core anywhere? It could be all the way underwater. Oh gosh. Okay, time to bring in the big guns. The B-52 Stratofortress. Look, no screenshot. Okay, now this thing's jet powered, but it needs its time. Okay, and this is also, let's fire a cruise missile. All right, and we dropped the bombs, but we did it foolishly. Okay, cruise missiles will duff in the water. Don't worry, we'll figure it out together. Pull up, pull up. And at certain elevation or like tilt for the plane, it's unable to drop bombs or fire, which I think is really, really cool. All right, let's try to get our bombs this time. Oh, that's good. That's beautiful. Oops, I fired a cruise missile as I dropped bombs, and they stopped each other. But I like how you can kind of like fire backwards, and I can still guide that cruise missile in. The cruise missile's got to be the best thing. If you get this thing up and you're a skilled pilot, you're going to win every time. I fired a cruise missile and then flew into it. That's pretty cool. All right, it's time. All right. Now, while we're waiting, I do want... There's so many cool aircraft, man. I hope whoever is making this mod just, like, makes more, because it's awesome. All right, yeah, we're going to wait for that. So let's go ahead. We do have some Spitfires, so we might as well use them. Brownings and rockets. That's not a lot, but the enemy base's defenses are not doing good. And I want to see just how good rockets are. Fire! Okay. Those are pretty nice. Now we're going to use our machine guns. Yeah, if you fire your machine guns, your rockets hit the machine guns. It's a really funny thing, you know? Apparently we haven't figured out, like, gun timing and convergence and all that. Those 30s are effectively useless, even against wooden defenses. Rockets are okay. All right, we're gonna try to hit this thing with our drone Spitfire. We set a fire. I don't know where. I wonder if the core is all the way down here. I don't know how to kill that, but I do know someone who's got the best chance. This thing. The arrival of the bastion happens in 93 seconds, a minute and a half. So, in a multiplayer battle, you'd have to keep this thing alive. Ideally, you'd have some friends to help you. That could be flying other submarines, piloting other submarines, flying other planes to keep it well defended, or you could just like hide it out. It also swims so slowly. The depth is 18 out of 20 meters. What happens if we go below 20? Oh, there was some cavitation. Not cavitation, but like pressure. Did we lose the health? That's really cool. That's something I missed in the last playthrough, is if you go below the maximum depth, some things get destroyed outright, like the Titan, but others will slowly degrade, will start to be damaged from the pressure. The arrival of the bastion is happening in 15 seconds. Hold on to your butts. 5, 4, 2, 1. And, oh, where did it go? If you saw the first video, you know what's gonna happen, right? Special delivery from space? Another dimension? I'm not familiar with this submarine. Wait a minute. No. You gotta be kidding me. It teleported in, and there was this piece where the Star Destroyer was that's invincible terrain to hold it up, and it blew up. You need to be aware of what's above you. Got it. Let's get some more power. Metal. I'm fine. We're totally fine here. You know what? I guess we could just destroy you, because you're a liability. Oh, you're also not a liability? Whoa, whoa, whoa. Something's happening. All right, we're gonna fix the ship. Structural integrity was compromised. There we go. Ship is right as rain. It takes so long to get 20,000 metal to launch this thing, but we've managed to do just that. All right, so we need to make sure nothing is on top of this. But like, look at the battle we've had. 2 Star Destroyers, well, have now been destroyed. And this pretty impressive base was firing some like absolutely devastating lasers out of it. But like, you've never seen a submarine in a Star Wars movie. Well, that's not true. Qui-Gon would say there's always a bigger fish. But the biggest fish right now is gonna be the Bastion. All right, there's nothing above us. We've checked. The Star Destroyer stuff is right here. So let's see what happens. Does it should materialize, right? Oh, there, it literally falls from the sky and is delivered, and then we can take it. And this thing can sustain depths of 1,000 meters. We've got a plasma vindicator, howitzers, and deck mortars. So now we're not the fastest of ships, but dang it, are we gonna be the most powerful? Now I'm assuming this bottom thing is our plasma vindicator, so can we get the elevation? I think right here would be the shot. Let's try the deck mortars, which should be those 3. Okay. Deck mortars seem like howitzers to me, and the howitzers seem, they're like reversed. Okay, I think we found the core. It's literally right there. We just need to wait 12 seconds for our plasma vindicator. Look at this. You're in a sea fortress right here, and you see this thing off the coast. Do you cry, surrender, or try to fight back in vain? You may fire when ready. All right, I think that's good. Okay, there it is. Wait, the screen just went black. And the biggest nuclear explosion I've ever seen in forts just happened. Oh, there were 2 cores right next to each other. Yeah, that thing is amazing. So, hope you did enjoy this episode of Forts. We did more flying, we did more swimming. I love this. These mods are amazing. What mods, what battles should we do next? Leave it in the comments. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.